kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Hauls it in. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. They'll run play action. Slips away. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. They punt it away on fourth down. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country, and how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Unloads quickly. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ross. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Moore. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Motion from the back. Wants to throw again. Using the quick game. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. The inside handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Put the clamps on that ball and strolled into the end zone for a touchdown.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Richmond. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. They're setting up the screen. Ball spins away. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play has this offense in business.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. At the 20, he's got space. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. The RPO, it's complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on second down. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught for the touchdown.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Quick release by the QB. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Connection to the right. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Leaves it with the running back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. The pull and throw off the RPO. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Catch in the middle, it's Morris. He's going to come up just a bit short. It'll bring up fourth down from the 43. They bring the punter onto the field now. Second time today they've been forced to punt. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. They'll leave it with the lone back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. To the air on 2nd down. Get it out on the screen. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Wide receiver going in motion. Jet sweep to the receiver. Runs through a tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Leaves it with the back. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. Looking to throw on 3rd. Wide open downfield. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the run. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Smashes it between the uprights. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Baxter. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Off play action. Got it in the middle, it's Ross. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got it in the middle, it's Richmond. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. First play of the period, 1st down here. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's going for a big play downfield. Snags it. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14 to 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. They'll leave it with him. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires complete on the crosser. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. On the run, it's Morris. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, they'll run it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now on 1st down from the 30. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Ross. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. You want to talk about light on your feet. Man, can he get through there. He's down to the 37. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Gives it on the option. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. They'll send out the kicker here. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Nestled just inside that right upright. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Turning it on! They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Here they're trying to get it to the edge. At the 40, there he goes. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. The play action fake. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Under fire. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. From the gun, running back on the move. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Got rid of it just in time. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. Fires to the big fella. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. Wants to return it. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. They'll try the run. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Might as well give it to him again. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Power football with the run. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? They'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's Moore. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. What a disappointment. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ross. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Here's a heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Motion from the wide receiver. Pulls and fires complete. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Got it behind the line. It's Moore. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Here's the pressure. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Gonna look downfield again. That's caught. It's Moore. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. He's gonna lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Safe completion on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the jet sweep, racing for the edge and the sticks. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Punt is in the air on 4th down. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. The give to the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Looking to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's Moore. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. After picking up a couple of first downs already on this drive, they'll snap it from close to midfield. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Clock winding towards zero. They'll get one more snap off. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Perfect chance for us to put the first 2 quarters under the microscope. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Going right to work up top. He's got an open man. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got his man. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Brings up second down.
Handoff to the single running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Morris. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on third down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. And the ball's out there after it. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He's loose down the middle. Inside the 10. All the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. That is is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Caught behind the line. It's Moore. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Punt is on its way. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. Offense in a bunch formation. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He's got it down the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. To the air on first down. Firing to the right, complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Catch in the middle, it's Ross. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off the play fake. Fires to the right. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely center cut. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
How about it? 50 plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll go to the ground. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got him downfield. It's a seam wide open. The tap. Touchdown. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Pulled it, finds his man on the left.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
He snuffed out behind the line again, went right back to the well and got the same bad result. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity ladder. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll run the RPO and fourth right.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
It's another first down for the offense.
Running back searching for a hole. The ball is out behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Rides the back on the option, the give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The give to the tailback. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. A strike downfield. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
That's caught. It's Richmond. Oh, he's got some space. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Couldn't get a block on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Now the play fake. Finds his big tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Third down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. Makes the catch and gets the score.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Single back formation, and they give it to it.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Chunked it away just as he was hit. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. They've started a pretty good drive. This will be the 7th play, but they need to convert 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Offense is stopped. Will be returned on downs.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Richmond. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. This play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
After 46-yard line. 1st down for the offense.
Quick completion to the right. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. The give on the counter. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Toss sweep to the right. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Hunt is on its way. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Makes the grab. It's more. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a crease to the left.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll run it from the gun. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Snagged out of the air. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Going up top. Wide open. He makes the catch. And the big gain. They've got it on the 46. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. 2nd down, he'll throw it. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Grab near the marker. It's Morris. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Gets it in there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. Bangs it through for an extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They go to the ground. Hard running there. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And here comes the punt team. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And this defense right now is pinning their ears back with a huge lead in the 4th quarter, and you're seeing that coming off the edge. They're not even respecting run because they don't have to. They know that this opponent is going to throw the football. They're taking...
He'll off one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. With the catch, it's Ross. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the direct snap, it's Moore. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The run from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. There is no doubt. At this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's the handoff. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. It's complete to the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Gonna run it. It's Morris. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
And it's incomplete on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, and still on his feet. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
And that is a backbreaker if you're on defense. On 4th down, the opponent's throwing for it. Not only do you give up the 1st down, but you give up an explosive play. And all of a sudden now, you're reeling a little bit defensively.
They build their attack around those big plays, and they got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. Oh, they're after They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. Looking to fire. Throws toward the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Complete to the right. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down.
Now, 4th down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. Looking to throw again. Under fire. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
I love the awareness by the defense here. Everyone thinking 1st down, down close to the goal line. The offense is going to run the football, right? But this defense was ready for the chance that the offense might throw it. So defenders playing the pass and getting upfield, getting to the QB. Awesome job.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
We just need better execution on offense right now. Not able to get it done on 1st down, and now they give up the sack. If you're the head coach right now, you might want to think about a timeout, make sure your guys have their minds right.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's got it on the move. And it'll be a touchdown.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. It's Morris. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And that lead grows even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Caught in the backfield, it's Morris. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Morris. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. looking to throw on first down. Throws to the back. With the catch, it's Morris. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Punch it out of the air. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Quickly complete. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Ross. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on first down, open up the entire playbook.
And it just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can do everything with them. They're like overgrown wide receivers, and now understanding zones and how to attack them. It's just unbelievable when you got these kind of big athletes.
Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. To the air on second down. Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Let's see what they've dialed up on third and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. He's got it, and he'll take it in for the touchdown.
And they desperately needed that touchdown. Now it's miracle time. We got to kick this onside kick and somehow find a way to boot a long field goal and maybe win this thing at the buzzer.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Lining up for the onside kick, just a few seconds to play, and they will need a miracle. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And they'll take a knee.